Good morning, everyone. Students, firstly, I would like to congratulate all of you for opting such a knowledgeable and interesting subject, commerce. Well, here, this is your business studies book, and I would like to introduce you people with the contents, or you can say the chapters, which we will be studying in this book. Your whole book is divided in two parts. The first part is considered as foundation of business, and it's containing 6 chapters. This is evaluation of fundamentals of business, forms of business organizations, private, public and global enterprises, business services, emerging modes of business, social responsibilities of business and business ethics. And second part, finance and trade, is containing 4 chapters. Sources of business finance, small business and enterprises, internal trade and international business. Students, your business study is having the basic knowledge regarding business, which we watch in the surrounding area. But most of the people, they have just vague idea about the business, ki what is that, and most of the people, they don't know what kind of business, which form of business organization is going on. But once you study business studies, so you will be very much clear with the concepts, and easily you will be able to identify what is going on in the society and what kind of business is going on, and you will learn so many other things, right? So we are starting chapter number 1, evaluation and fundamentals of business. Here I'm taking very interesting and easy topic first. This is meaning of human activities. Students, we know that we have the limited resources on the earth and unlimited desires and wants are there. So how do we fulfill our unlimited desires and wants with the limited resources? And for fulfilling our desire, we all are busy in doing something. Everyone is busy in doing something, running here and there. Someone is practicing as a doctor, someone is practicing as a lawyer, somebody is procuring the goods and selling it out in the market, someone is doing the production, someone is teaching somewhere, and so on. Unlimited kind of activities are going on for earning livelihood of one's, right? So, human being is busy in doing something, and we divide this activity in 2 parts, right? Human being is doing the work, and that work is divided in 2 parts, that is economic and non-economic activity. And I think you have already studied in your 10th standard. Economic activity is that one which is done to earn some money or finance, right? And non-economic activities are those one which we do for the self-satisfaction and psychological satisfaction, right? To satisfy the emotional needs too. Okay, let's take one example. Working in a factory, selling of goods by a wholesaler to the retailer, practicing as a doctor or lawyer or as a chartered accountant, right? So these all activities are done to earn money. So we consider all these activities as an economic activity, okay? And non-economic activity, like you are cooking food at your home, you are helping somebody in the society, and you can say you are teaching your own son at home. These kind of activities which are not going to give you any kind of monetary benefit, right? So these kind of activities are called non-economic activities. But of course, these activities are providing you some satisfaction, satisfying your emotional needs, kind of things, okay? So students, I'll give you its, because you don't have the book right now, so I'll give you its pick and you must complete your homework. So we are discussing differences between economic activities and non-economic activities. First point is objective. The objective of economic activity is to earn money, right? It is done to acquire money or wealth. And non-economic activity is done for the social welfare, or you can say the psychological satisfaction. Expectation, what do we expect? Second point is expectation. What do we expect in economic activities? Of course, we expect some monetary benefit, some gain we expect in the economic activity. And non-economic activity, no monetary benefits are expected in this, right? This is a little bit contradict point, so leave that. Now fourth one is outcome. What are the outcomes, or you can say the results of the economic activity? These activities result in the production of goods and services. When you are doing work anywhere, either that is production, procurement, or you are providing services, so this is what the outcome is: production of goods and services. And these activities result in mental satisfaction to the persons who undertake them, right? Either mental satisfaction or psychological satisfaction, you can say. Here, last point is your example. When teacher is teaching in the school, doctor attending patients, so that is your economic activity. When housewife is cooking food for her family and doctor is treating his own son at home, that is your non-economic activity. Students, one thing is very important in this point. Where the activity has been conducted, that's very important. Activity is the same one, but place matters. As teacher is teaching in the school, so that is your economic activity. She is getting a salary. But when she is teaching her own children at home, so that becomes non-economic activity. Same example in case of doctor, when he is attending the patients at his clinic, so that is economic activity. And when he is treating his own son at home, so that is your non-economic activity. All right, so I think all the points are clear to you. So prepare the notes of all these and learn it properly. Fine, students? Thank you.